Welcome back, everyone, for Game 3. It is tied 1-1 in this best of 7 inter clan war. This map is going to be Abyssal City. Some people might not be familiar with this. It's a GSL map. You got your natural, and then usually, technically, your third. Some Terran players like to take this, but it is only half of a base. But anyways, the right, we have our red Terran player, Kingdom. And at the left, we have the player Bobmu. He's probably the strongest player on the competitive team right now, but he did just have his motherboard fry out, so we'll see how the week or so of no playing has affected him. Bob sending out an Overlord, probably going to try and plant it right here, as this is a great little spot for Overlords. You can kind of see everything that's going on, building placement. You can even check this gas and sort of see the saturation, get an idea for just what he's doing. Looking to see some pretty standard play again. Nothing too crazy, as there's no pulls going down yet, and we're at 12 supply. It's probably just going to be a 1 max expand from the Terran player. Maybe a 15 hatch, 15 pull from Bob. He does like to go double 36 gas after getting his, while he gets his third around 6 minutes. So we'll see if that's what he goes for. If he tries to switch it up, as he is playing a friendly, so this guy, you know, with the metagame that they have against each other, he might try and see, you know, catch him off guard if he can. Drone scout from Bob. Some players don't technically do this anymore, especially in ZVT now, because with your hatch first opening, once it pops and the creep starts spreading, you can actually get down a spine crawler just about the same time that a double 11 proxy rack will be bunker rushing you. And so there's really no need to scout, because you come in here, all the information that you see, you don't really get anything from. You just see 1 racks, and this drone hasn't been mining. And that's it's not a significant amount of minerals lost, especially on kind of a quicker map to cross like this, but it does add up. Orbital coming out. Mules are great units. The Space Shark hiding away. Love the add-ons on this map, by the way. This crane, awesome. Constantly moving rocks. You got the Space Shark flying over your natural, doing whatever he wants. Quick CC coming out. Probably just going to see Marines. Maybe get a bunker. A lot of people have been favoring bunkers in like this type of situation, so you can fend off pretty much this entire area and even do like a supply depot semi-wall with just 2. SCV patrolling, trying to figure out when that third's going to go down. No gas yet, so it does look like it's going to be a double 36 gas. Then you can go quickly into Zergling speed, Banelings, bunker coming down. Would like to see a supply depot maybe here or here and here, just to kind of limit that surface area, because, well, Lings don't have any sort of ranged attack, so the more surface area you can limit to the bunker, the better, as only a limited number of Zerglings will be able to attack, and that bunker will be able to stay up much, much longer. Two queens coming out. Pretty standard opening. He's probably going to get 2 more. Yep. 2 more queens, and we'll see, does he stop at 4, or does he make 5, or does he go 6? I prefer the 6 queen method. That way, you know, you get 4 from your natural. That way you can get your layer up, even if you get double 36 gas. And you can start to really spread that creep, and then you have 4 queens out. 2 for injects and 4 for creep spread. You can almost make a wall. You can make a wall at pretty much every ramp, and really push back any sort of aggressive Hellion play. We do see a small force of bio coming out. He might try to put a bunker at the third and just fill it with those 4 Marines. We do see Bobmu spotting this, so he should be well aware that this is going to happen. So Naga towers do not cover everything. There's a lot of area that you can kind of skirt up and around all the way to the third base and then down and in on both sides. And it is going to be a bunker. He did stop at 4 queens. That's important to note. His creep spread is not going to be as aggressive as it typically would, but he is going to have a kind of nice wall off here. You can place these 2 queens right here. No Hellions can get through. And as he hasn't gone for his third yet, with the drone trying to kill this SCV, he's not really paying attention. There we go. Marines on the way back. Pretty standard reactored Hellions. is going to be going into Banshees. We'll probably see Cloak again. Kingdom really favors this play, and it can be really effective, but with Bobmoo more than likely knowing that and already having his Evo chambers up, he's going to be able to just throw down a spore, maybe 2 spores at each base, and he should be able to hold. And we do see Cloak. Reactor Hellions coming out. Probably just going to try and not really do any sort of suicide into the natural. Just limit the creep spread and make sure, you know, because with this creep comes vision, and the less vision the Zerg player has, the better for Terran or Protoss. He is going to get these 4 Zerglings, as they do not have speed. He can chase them down extremely easy. And we do see 3 of them go down. Is he going to run past these queens? Yes, right into the spine crawler though. And speed does finish at such an advantageous time. It's so much harder to kite these Zerglings now. He should still be able to. It looks like he's just going to choose to lose this Hellion. I'm not sure I like that play. Overlord getting a little risky here inside of the base. We do see a 3rd coming down, but it is at this base that is limited. This isn't just a regular Vespian Geyser, so there's no sort of 150% from the rich Vespian, as there typically would be on a smaller base like that. Banshee's coming in. We do see an Overseer. He does know that he probably has Cloak, and he did cancel it, actually. It's very interesting. So I'm wondering if he's forced out. He did force out 1 Spore Crawler, 2 Spore Crawlers, and an Overseer. So it's definitely definitely an advantage. Continuing to pump out some Banshees. Interesting that he let this Extractor finish. I think that was kind of on accident. We do see a Spine coming in here just to prevent any sort of Hellion run-bys. Another Spore, so he is still under the impression that this Banshee has Cloak, and I'm surprised he hasn't noticed by now that with this Banshee taking so much damage, I mean, it's almost dead, that he does not have Cloak actually researched. Do see a counter push, checking for a 3rd by Bobmoo. He does spot this, obviously, with the Banshee. And these guys are going to come in here and just take a few shots. He's going to try and track him down with all these Hellions, and that is quite a lot of Hellions, 10 in total. This typically signals some sort of mech play, but we do see 2 more racks coming down, Stim and Infantry +1, along with armor being researched. And that's definitely a sign of bio play. We do see Pathogen Glands coming down for the Zerg player, as well as Centrifugal Hooks, +2 melee and +2 carapace. And now a, we'll call it a 3rd and a half coming down, as there are no drones mining at this 3rd base. He's transferring them right now, but that's awfully late. He's had this base up for quite some time. You can see Kingdom's very far ahead in the supply at the moment. But once the Zerg production kicks up, he will be able to pretty much just pump out units like crazy. He has Infestor Tech up. Pathogen Glands is researched, as it's not there anymore. Not the best drone saturation. Could be a little bit better. Pretty good in the natural. We see this 3rd coming up. And very bad here. Let's check the units real quick. 51 to 54 Harvesters, so could definitely be better. Changeling just got killed off, it sounded like. And a ton of Marauders. I love this play. As a Terran player, if you can get out a decent amount of Marauders, they can tank so much damage from the Banelings. Double medvacs at a time, and with Stim, and if he gets Concussive Shell, these Banelings pretty much become useless, unless you can get the Zergs around and get a Fungal off with your Infestors. These Banelings they just can't connect in time. 3rd coming down from Kingdom. Not very risky, as it is the 13-minute mark, but he has been macroing like a boss. 6 Marines, 3 Marauders, 2 medvacs at a time. This army is going to be huge, and huge quickly. Do see a little bit of a push out here. He has a lot of energy on these queens. It makes me think he's missing quite a few injects. We do see 52, so he's already missed an entire length of injects. And I do expect Bob to be just a little bit better than this. He does have an extra queen, so I'm surprised he's not going to move it down here. Terran player moving out. No siege tanks. Quite an interesting composition, though. Tons of marauders. And huge stim from the Terran player. Great split so far. We'll see how effective this is, though. He does get a nice fungal on this group of marauders right here. But there's still so many. They can just tank so much damage. And with 5 medvacs here to heal, there's just not enough DPS from the Zerg army, even with these fungals. You see 22 roaches being resupplied, or 22 Zerglings, sorry, being resupplied right now, but these marauders just don't die. So much medvac energy, and he does hold, but he loses quite a lot. Stimming bio across, and he does know he has him on the back foot. He is going to have to give up this base. Transfer these drones. That's okay because he's not completely saturated over here. Could use a couple more workers on gas, and he's just going to pull back. It looks like he's happy with the damage done. Maybe get a scan off. For those of you that don't know, Larva do have 10 armor, which is, well, a hilarious amount. It means that pretty much nothing can kill it except for spells like Fungal and Storm, which actually do ignore any sort of armor requirements. They just do pure damage, and he's going to try and snipe this space as well. Not a very big army, a ton of Infestor energy coming out though. Oh, and great Banelink connects. He does need to get another fungal off here though, so these infested Terrans do that. This is after the patch. Now they only have 70 health, and that's not really a lot anymore. This bio can sort of tear through him. A lot of these medvacs getting low, but he doesn't have that much energy anymore on his infestors, and he just keeps making infestors. 3-3 coming out, but there's no units to even utilize it. Our Terran player is on 2-2, does not have it being researched. A ton of Banelings coming out, and this is quite a good... Oh, Stim coming out. These Marauders doing so much damage to this hatchery. You do see they do 24 versus armored, and all buildings are considered armor. The Broodling's not able to snipe a single unit, and now Bob is down to just 2 mining bases. I would like to see him establish this, as he's going to, and maybe even try and take a ninja expansion up here. But he did deny the 3rd, so it is only 2 base on 2 base. Not really too bad of a situation. Units lost, no workers killed, but he has killed quite a few more units. As you can see, resources really pretty close. Like the pre-spread, he knows Banelings are out on the field. Fungals can be happening. Great fungal. Oh my gosh, and he's going to send all these Banelings after the Marines. Awesome pickup, but it's a little too late. This next swell of Zerglings, and with 3-3 and Adrenal Glands finishing up, he's going to have a great timing here, especially with these Ultralisks starting in production. If he can just get a couple good fungals, hold off really quick. Oh, he needs to save this base though, and so many drones can go down. Great stutter step micro out of our Terran player. He does have a 3rd, but it's not really doing too much. Another great engagement, and he's going to get a Zergling surround. Yes, great Baneling connects. Oh, and he should fungal these medvacs. Fungal him. Oh no, he misses the fungal. That could have been so much gas wasted. And oh my god, great fungal. This could be terrible for our Terran player. He needs to keep chain fungaling them though. He's not paying attention. Oh no. That could have been so huge. More bio being flooded out. But now, with only 5 medvacs out, he doesn't have quite enough to heal, and as we can see, their energy's starting to get pretty low. Ultra's out on the field. I'm not sure he's really aware of this Ultralisk Cavern. Where are you, Ultralisk Cavern? No, he has not seen it. We do see the Zerg units rallying up here. He's just going to poke in, see if there's a 3rd down here. See if there's any units, and he does pull back real quick. Planetary up at the 3rd, but these Ultras do so much damage so quickly. Oh, and he should have engaged right there. That would have been so many units that he could have killed. Very back and forth game so far, both limiting each other's economy pretty steadily. He did lose that base, so he has to rebuild it again. It is already up, actually. He's just floating it over there. He's actually floating his main. He's completely mined out. He only has 5 and 95, so 100 total minerals. It's not even worth keeping your base there for. Great creep sped so far from our Zerg player. Could be a little bit better, maybe cover up this GSL logo. Nothing against GSL. Great tournament. Like to see a couple drones transferred, possibly. But so many SCVs long distance mining. Take a look at the income tab. You can see the Zerg player is so far ahead. He almost has double in both. Not double the harvesters, but still huge difference. Not a lot of production coming out right now. But oh, looks like we're going to have a huge engagement here, and there are so many Marauders. Oh my god, 21 Marauders out on the field, and it is going to melt through these Ultralisks unless he gets amazing fungals off. He has not stimmed his army yet. Oh no! And that could be the trade Bobman was looking for to take this game. All these medvacs get away, but for not, as I don't believe any Ultralisks died. Now he knows this is the only third. He's seen again that there's no third here. He knows if he can take out this base, he's pretty much just going to be able to choke him out of this game. These 6 Ultralisks should just push in here. They do have kindness plating, so they are at 6 armor as they start with a base of 1. He has +3 upgrades and then kindness plating, which is another 2, so total of 6. He does have this third base established as this 3.5. So we're going to say 2.5 bases, because these are pretty much mined out, versus, oh no, Kingdom is pretty much on 1 mining base now. Great Sutter Step micro so far, coming out from the Terran player, but if he gets these fungal, that could be lights out. Look at how clumped up all those units are. Great spread from the Terran player. Really, really nice. He needs to try and take some sort of ninja expansion at this point. He's really running out of options as far as economy, and I don't know if Kingdom's going to be able to come back. He just does not have any money. Great fungal going down from the Zerg player, and that is going to seal the deal right there. 140 to 82. We're going to have to look for a miracle from Kingdom to come back. Great fungal again. Oh. Ultralisk does go down, only 2 in production. And with this much cash, I'm really surprised. I wonder, he does have 13 larvae, so he can reproduce pretty fast. He only has 2 Ultras, though. And it does look like he's going to get the surround. Oh, but these Marauders just take so much damage. They do not care about Zerglings. And now we have 4.5 base coming down for Bob. Finally establishing his 3rd while not being pressured. Greater Spire on the way, as well as Ultralisks, and he's not going to be prepared for this. He only has 1 starport, I believe, out. Yeah, 1 starport, and even with a reactor, that is not going to be enough. We do see that he's not... he doesn't really have a high enough bank to make that tech switch just yet, but if he keeps his Terran player at bay, he will be able to do that kind of just whenever he decides to trade out this Ultralisk army. Got to keep these infestors, though, as fungals are very important, so the Marines cannot stim up and underneath of the Broodlords. Little tiny engagement here, just poking and prodding, seeing what he can get done. No problem with that stim, because as you can see, all of these units are already back to full health. So much energy on these medvacs, and that's really important as a Zerg player. If you can fungal these medvacs, or even get a couple mutas out just to shut them down, that totally limits the regeneration of this army and makes it so much harder for that army. And we can see with these stimmed bio, he just melts through these. Oh my gosh, but these fungals are so good. And now 1 corruptor here. He's just going to be able to chain fungal these medvac